and it's going to take all of us coming together to make sure that it does. Necesitamos incluir cada persona.
Following debate night one, it's pretty clear that Beto O'Rourke had the worst night. And it started right from the jump. So one of the first questions that were directed at anybody was directed at Beto O'Rourke, asking him if he would support a 70% marginal tax rate on the wealthiest. Here's his response.
This economy has got to work for everyone. And right now we know that it isn't. And it's going to take all of us coming together to make sure that it does. Necesitamos incluir cada persona en el éxito de esta economía. Pero si queremos hacer eso, necesitamos incluir cada persona en nuestra democracia. Cada votante necesitamos la representación y cada voz necesitamos escuchar. Right now, we have a system that favors those who can pay for access and outcomes. That's how you explain an economy that is rigged to corporations and to the very wealthiest. A $2 trillion tax cut that favored corporations while they were sitting on record piles of cash, and the very wealthiest in this country at a time of historic wealth inequality. A new democracy that is revived because we returned power to the people, no PACs, no gerrymandering, automatic and same-day voter registration to bring in more voters, and a new Voting Rights Act to get rid of the barriers that are in place now. That's how we each have a voice in our democracy and make this economy work for everybody.
That's time, sir. I'll give you 10 seconds to answer if you want to answer the direct question. Would you support a 70% individual marginal tax rate? Yes, no, or pass?
I would support a tax rate and a tax code that is fair to everyone. Tax capital 70%? At the same rate that you tax ordinary income. Take that corporate tax rate up to 28%. You would generate the revenues you need to pay for the programs we're talking about.
That's time. Thank you.
Oh, my God. That was the worst answer of the night. Clearly did not answer the question. Completely avoided it. Started speaking Spanish out of nowhere. I mean, like, the look on Cory Booker's face when Beto O'Rourke started to speak Spanish, that is all of us. Now, to be super fair, it's possible Booker had that look on his face because he knew that he was going to speak Spanish, as he did later on in the debate. But at least when Booker spoke it made more sense on the issue he was discussing. Here, it just kind of came out of nowhere and seemed like a way to distract from answering the actual question. So everything Beto said there was just completely empty. He wasn't saying anything. He would not directly answer the question whatsoever. The closest he got was saying he would raise the corporate tax rate to 28%, which is not at all where it should be, a lot higher than 28%. So he completely pivoted to what the Republicans did. Like, we all understand the Republican Party is bought and paid for by the wealthy and large corporations. We all get that. We also understand that a large chunk of the Democratic Party is as well, as you see from this answer. So this is like, okay, it's one thing if Beto O'Rourke had some actual policies and maybe he just gave a bad answer and he could have, maybe his performance was off. But no, Beto's an empty shell. He's an empty shell for special interests. Now, he'll say he doesn't take, corporate PAC money, but he has private fundraisers with special interests, like most of the candidates on that stage do. So knowing that alone, it helps you understand why he's being so, why he's avoiding answering the actual question, because he knows if he supports that, if he supports a 70% top marginal tax rate, that he may lose some of his big private donors. I mean, that's the bottom line here. So Beto O'Rourke, and he had other moments as well. There's a moment, I'll play a short clip now, of when Julian Castro told him to do his homework on the issue of immigration.
I think that you should do your homework on this issue. If you did your homework on this issue, you would know that we should repeal this section.
I mean, that was another standout moment. Just Beto is, so in addition to Tim Ryan being utterly destroyed by Tulsi Gabbard in this debate, Beto O'Rourke was also completely destroyed. He should drop out. Him and Tim Ryan should immediately get out of the race. There is no reason for either of them to be here. They offer really nothing, especially compared to other candidates in the race that also offer similar ideas or lack thereof of what these same candidates are offering. So I think out of everybody, this was probably Beto's worst night. Though, I mean, there's strong competition there. Some other people also sort of had some empty or forgettable answers. Amy Klobuchar, I forgot she was even there. So a lot of these candidates really didn't perform well. But Beto clearly, out of anybody here, I thought had absolutely the worst performance.